Hello traders, I was going to look at the markets with you on a 4-hour chart. This is the Dow on the 4-hour chart, and you can see how we have come back down to a major level. We saw all this divergence going on here, hence the reason why I've marked this off. This is a stochastic, but it doesn't look that different from RSI, to be honest. So that divergence created the bounce, and here we are up here. So we've got non-farm payroll on Friday, we've got ECB rate decision tomorrow, and the market has priced in quantitative easing from the ECB. So if they don't deliver that for whatever reason, then I will expect the euro US dollar to shoot up. We'll come to that in a minute. But what I'm looking at here is, last time we did this, we dropped. So at the moment we've got a little symmetry here. Unless we can start closing above 17,150, this could just roll over because the daily chart is very extended. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, this blue bar here is the start of 2014. This fibs is taken with a range of the absolute low of 2014 and the absolute high. We have just narrowly breached the high with this bar here. I'm still cautiously bullish on the basis that the 80 EMA is down here, and all of these tests of the 80 EMA have seen that bought. Whenever you get a market that can't hold the 80 EMA, I'm suspicious. But this market is holding the 80 EMA. Obviously we've got over 2 hours of trading left. So let's see what that will give us. In the meantime, let's look at the pound. We have this is the pound US dollar right into a monthly fib level and a monthly pivot and a fib level. If we break this low, then we're potentially coming down to 162. Okay, at the moment any highs have been sold in this one. The pound yen is sitting right on a major level of support. 172.50 is a major level of support. But you can see from the stochastics we are crossing. We've got a reversal bar up there, and until we get the Scottish vote out of the way, this is going to stay choppy. I would be quite happy for this to come and retest some of these lows. I'll nibble at some contracts, some far off contracts to buy and hold in the hope that we get a no vote, and that will spring up to 175 and potentially head to 180. So that's my plan at this stage. And let's look at the euro yen. That has pushed up into resistance area and currently selling. I'm using these bars as opposed to candles because it's just easier just to get a feel for the price action as opposed to the candle pattern. Gold is sunk and oil is bouncing. Let's talk about oil for a minute. I mean, it's quite typical in all markets, not just oil, that when you get a big sell in a market that has previously been very bullish, the markets have a knack of retracing back to where it came from. So, for example, big push up. Guess what happens as soon as it comes back down to this level here? Dips underneath it and then pushes its way back into resistance. All the sellers come back in, it dips even slightly lower, forms a base down here and pushes back into this price range and into this move up here. So now we've come down to this 92, 50, 70 area. We've pushed back up into resistance, a monthly pivot. We've pushed back down on a dramatic drop yesterday, and today, would you believe it, we're bouncing. Okay, so what I'm looking for in oil, I'm looking for oil to, if we can hang around this area and start holding 95, I would look for it to retest the 100 level, at which point, I mean, towards the last quarter of the year, we traditionally see weakness and then buying again into the latter part of the winter in preparation for the drive season. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for oil to hang around here, potentially move up, and then retrace. So yeah, pretty quiet markets until we get this data out of the way. It's a 4-day week for the US anyway, so we've got light volumes, and we are seeing that very clearly now. We're just chopping around in a range back in the last week and early part of this week, and whichever way we come out of that range is the potential into early mid-autumn. Hope that helps, and see you at the next update.